Yeah, I was trying to breeze over this. This is the least important part of my musical history. But
Right.
I would sing really loudly in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the whole family would be like, oh, he's so cute. I was so young. They're like, oh, he's so cute. Mm-hmm. And then my older brother would start singing along to songs loudly in the car. And
Harmonizing?
No, they would be like, shut up. Stop singing. He's being cute.
Yeah.
Stop.
You're not cute. You're 13.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut the up.
Yeah.
You dumb bitch.
That's good.
Good sound.
3, 2, 1.
What's up, people of the world and non-people that happen to be playing this audio back? How are you? I'm Connor Mink. This is Good Sounds, and now we are friends. We introduced myself. I introduced myself. We're going to move past it. This is a podcast. This is a music podcast. If you didn't know, we talk to people, artists, non-artists. We might talk to a dog. Who knows? But today we have some artists on here, some musical artists. Crazy as it is. We're here in Pete's studio. Peter Heuer, shout out. Fucking the shit. And we have some guys. Met them recently. We have had a brief history, but it has been a full and vibrant one. And we are here today in studio with Real Movement, the boys. Jacob Nicholson, Kevin Kaufman.
Yeah.
What up, guys?
Hi, Connor.
We got
Yeah.
Pete with the
Perfect.
air horn. Shout out.
Perfect.
How are you guys?
Good.
Feeling
Good.
very good, very comfy.
Nice. I'm glad.
These are nice couches.
Yeah, I'm glad. Because it is, it's, what is it? Niagara Falls' finest couch.
Hey, fitting for our album.
It's true.
Right. Yeah.
Let's talk trash.
Speaking of trash.
I actually got that couch like a block away from your house, Connor.
Yeah. Where all the good trash is. I know.
That's where we found you too.
Yeah, right. That's why I was there as well.
Yeah.
I was actually 3 blocks away on the side of the road.
Yeah, you were also in a pile of trash
Yeah,
just down the street.
right, asking for microphones and cameras.
Yeah. Those are 2 decent finds from
Yeah.
the trash.
Yeah, I mean, we got here. I actually did find a very expensive camera at a thrift store for very not a lot of money. It's fun.
Nice.
It's a good time.
Wonderful.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
But you guys, how is the intro? Did I go over everything? Is there anything you want people to know about our relationship that I haven't covered? Or was that good?
I think the saying short and vibrant, that captured it.
Yes, I think so as well.
Yeah. Do they know that you're our accountant?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to slow roll it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's been going pretty fast, so I don't want to make people.
You haven't really emailed us back on a lot of the questions we had,
Right.
but
Right. I mean,
I know you're making videos too.
I got you.
Ultrabird, big fan.
I mean,
Big fan.
hey, I
Big
appreciate
fan.
it.
But-
The thing is, I'm not gonna say that I don't email because I do, but I don't email often. So
Yeah.
if you get one,
Yeah.
then that's how
Especially
you
regarding
know.
our money
Right, I was
too,
gonna
and our
say, you
finances.
Yeah,
You don't-
no. I have
don't
more
email.
important things going on, so I kind of respond to them in order of importance, and it's like I'll let you guys know if you rise on the list.
Yeah.
but
Okay,
currently
cool.
it's pretty.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
kinda-
it's cool. We
yeah,
found
we'll get
we
up
found
there.
someone new.
Yeah. No, I
We
mean,
found someone new. But if you ever want to do it, just let us know. But also we found
accountant?
someone new.
Being an
Yeah.
accountant.
But also,
It's not on my. Like I said, it's not on the top things that I'd like to do.
Yeah.
It's being an accountant.
But we're going to need some of those passwords back, is all I'm saying.
yeah, that's
I mean, you also are able to change them, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, no, I forgot
no,
them.
we need them back.
So you actually do have a little bit of leverage here. I'll be honest with you. We screwed up there. We gave you too much
Yeah,
power.
we need them back. Yeah.
That's great. You're not getting back. I definitely through my time as your accountant, I wanted to keep things sturdy,
Yeah.
but also able to crumble when necessary.
Yeah.
So now I think it's time to pull the trigger, just
Yeah.
delete every account.
Yeah.
Delete
Just-
everything. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, at least
Wipe
you,
the slate clean.
well, at least you
Real
give us-
movement never
Right,
happened.
take the money.
Yeah.
Go, move
Yeah.
take the all the money that we have.
All that money.
And move to,
Schenectady.
Schenectady.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Is that the
say
one
that.
that you were gonna say?
No.
That's where everyone wants to go.
I had Idaho.
Is
in
that Woody
mind for
Allen
some
movie?
reason.
Or who's that? Idaho.
Oh, yeah. No,
I-
you're right.
I-
Yeah,
Schenectady, New York.
Schenectady, you're right.
Yeah. Sorry for the canceled shout out. Can you shout out movies that are like good, but the guy sucks? Like were we talking about this with the Roman Polanski shit? It's I don't know.
I don't know with movies. I don't know.
It's hard. Oh wait, that's copyright. We can't do it. We can't. Blah, blah, blah. That was under 5 seconds, but I like the effort. The effort was made.
Yeah. But we do have a good deal because you shoot high quality video for us.
Oh yeah, you're
on
right.
a regular basis.
Yeah. Well,
That's pretty tight.
Yeah. No, I do my best.
That's a pretty good deal that we get.
No, it's
in reality.
Hey. It's only high quality if the other people think it's high quality.
No,
Because I just think I shoot video for people, and I'm like, it could be better.
Okay.
I did want to
know.
say this. It's so cool, and now I'm being real. We were joking. Now I'm being real.
You're moving into the real.
I'm moving.
We're getting real.
I'm moving into the realness. Real.
Enough with the
that would be
trash
kind
talk.
of
In stores, I mean, online, I mean, in the back of their car now.
Online
We'll
stores.
try. We'll
It's
try it
online.
again later.
Online
We'll try it
stores.
again later.
Online stores.
Yeah. You had it.
For real though, what you do for us and with other artists, you don't just do it for us, but
Right.
what you do for artists, what Nickel City B-Sides does for artists.
Shout out.
Big shout out. Nickel
We're definitely
City
going to have,
B-Sides.
I would like to have Brittany and who's
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yes.
awesome people.
Yeah. I know.
But- But it's like with that support, like people always say, people have been saying like since I moved here, Buffalo is like the music scene is on the rise and stuff like that. But with people like you guys, it really seems to be it's a really good opportunity for people to take off, with those resources.
Right. Yeah, no, it's I think the biggest thing is that it's just become way more accessible to like the modern human being to do, because it is like, I mean, for a while, like, I mean, you could say that like iPhones have gotten to a place where you're like, you can shoot movies on an iPhone. You can't shoot movies on an iPhone, everyone. It doesn't work like that.
No.
But you can afford decent cameras that originally should be thousands of dollars that are now hundreds of dollars. And if you just work a shitty job for like a couple years, you're like in a good spot. So I think it's, I'm just using the resources I have available in the best way I know how. And I don't want to hang out with annoying people. So if I, find music that I like, talk to the guys. Generally, if I'm like, hey, that was good, and they're like cool with that, then they'll be a nice person. And I'm like, I got a camera. What's up?
Oh yeah.
So, but to bring you guys here, that we'll circle back to like the point of the podcast. So this is a music podcast. We talk about your music histories. Cool. So you guys listen to music, right? You should.
Sometimes.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have before.
Yes, good. It's important for this. But we're going to go through Jacob first, then Kevin, because in order of meeting who I met,
Sure.
you guys will meet. So Jacob, when you were a little boy, what did your parents play? Where were you born? Give us the quick rundown, if you'd like.
Right.
You can stay anonymous as you'd like. But
No. I'm just so. I'll start with when I was a kid.
his name's not even Jacob.
This is kind of fun. This is something I didn't. Yeah, this is something I didn't like. I guess realize was important until I was older. Like a few years ago, I was like, "Oh shit, that's something that,
Is
it's
important.
kind of interesting." Yeah. So like when I was a
Well, that
kid,
shit's important.
when I was a kid, I would sing along to songs in the car at the top of my lungs, right? With my whole family in the car. I have two
Hell yeah.
brothers.
What kind of car?
It was a van,
What color?
gray,
What year?
old. I don't know. No, it wasn't super old. But anyways,
Relatively to now? Or
anyways,
to then?
so
No, move on.
Yeah,
move on.
yeah.
I like painting a picture, you know what I mean?
Right.
So you sang in the car.
Right. Yeah. I was trying to breeze over this. This is the least important part of my musical history. But
Right.
I would sing really loudly in the car.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother would be like, oh yeah, the whole family would be like, oh, he's so cute. I was so young. They're like, oh, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then my older brother would start singing along to songs loudly in the car. And they'd be like-
Harmonizing?
no, they would be like, shut up. Stop singing. He's being cute.
Yeah.
Stop.
You're not cute. You're 13.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
you dumb bitch.
That's pretty. Yeah, and I mean,
You're not allowed to be adorable anymore.
shut up, stop. No, but but like, I think I really do. Like, I wasn't really like aware of any impact that had on me, but that probably had a big impact on me because I went on to do like musicals and stuff in high school.
Just a little encouragement.
Yeah.
It's just like that thing that's like, oh, I'm going to just make this my life.
And then I was
This
like,
is-
yeah. And then I went to this summer camp when I was in 9th grade for like 2 weeks, all intensive like music theater camp. And then coming out of that, I was like, I want to do music theater forever. Let me take voice lessons. My dad, he was like, I will pay for voice lessons if you find a teacher, do all the work, email the person. I'm like, well, I found the person. I had took voice lessons for a few years. Then I got time to choose college, what to do for college. And I was like, I guess music. I don't really know anything.
Real quick, though.
Yeah.
So before we get too far, as a kid, music influences, like artists that your parents used to play.
well, so that's interesting too. So like,
You could sprinkle them in throughout the years.
Yeah,
if you want, like, from,
yeah,
I just didn't want you to get too far.
No,
and then
no.
it's like, now to go all the way back.
right.
Now answer the question.
No, yeah,
But no, I that's also,
So my mom
Good
and
to
dad,
know.
yeah, my mom listened to a lot of like 80s rock.
okay.
I loved 80s rock. I was into that for a while. And then
Early, late,
all
okay.
pretty much all. And then my they listened together to like ABBA a lot and
The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees, yes.
If you got to listen to ABBA, you got to listen to also
Yes.
the Bee Gees.
And it was one of those things I just didn't really pay much attention to, whatever. And then I got into like classical music when I started taking voice lessons because my voice teacher was like, I teach classical, you're not doing anything else. But also my older brother like was in bands and stuff, and he got me really into like Neutral Milk Hotel when I was like at a young age, which
Coconut
had a
Face
huge
thing.
impact on me. Yeah,
That's that album.
that had a huge impact on me, and
And that's early high school?
and it got me into like he got me into Death Cab too.
Right.
Death Cab to this day is like one of my favorite bands,
Yep.
and so
Love an
I,
acoustic guitar at that time.
yeah,
That's what it sounds.
yeah, that's really what it was. I
Yeah.
like started playing guitar. I literally just started playing guitar because I thought girls would like me more.
It
And-
works
Well,
a little bit. Well, you have to also believe you are good at guitar a little bit. And like a little bit of like, not insecurity, but like, oh, I'm not there yet. But like people are like, no, you're fucking good. Like that's hot. You know what I mean? So it's like apathy. It's all, you got to apathetically play guitar. You were playing guitar with goals in mind.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
a problem.
It was a problem, and I didn't get that great at guitar. And then I would play just so I could sing to it because I was taking voice lessons, whatever.
Oh, right.
Whatever. Then college comes, and I love classical music.
Bach.
And yeah,
Chopin.
Bach's
I know you said Bach to me before. It's like the man.
he's like the man.
Do you have a
But-
deep cut classical you could recommend?
Goldberg variations, any invention.
Invention?
Yeah,
Like the
preludes and fugues, like
Okay.
I could really anything by him.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So, but I was also really into like the Front Bottoms were like my favorite band. So I was into like some like
Crying and
pop
stuff.
punk and
oh,
like
yeah.
indie rock and
Crying
stuff.
music.
Crying music.
You were into
sad
crying
boy
back
music.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I've grown out of it.
Yeah.
so then college came and like I love singing like
JK.
operatically, but I found myself not really like fitting in much with like the opera and music theater people. So I
Like
would
I'm way
lean-
fucking cooler than these dorks. Why am I here?
So I would lean
Yeah.
towards like
I want to go to a bar.
yeah, but no, honestly, like
That's pretty much-
that pretty much that mentality,
Yeah.
right? Like, and then I became friends with a lot of guitar majors, and every guitar major starts with playing metal or something. So it's like the same.
See,
I don't
I'm
know.
friends with a lot of guitar minors.
Yeah. Like like kids that play guitar.
No, the chords.
Oh, okay.
You get the majors, I get the minor.
Right.
Wait, actually, I don't want to be up the minor.
Yeah, that's
Never mind. Moving on.
so. But that
No,
encouraged
it's underground music.
that encouraged me to do a lot of like
It's close to the ground music because they're short.
that encouraged me though to do a lot of like playing, like getting more into guitar.
Yeah.
And developing my like singer-songwriter skills
And this
more
is
and
college.
stuff. Yeah.
So you took the break with the guitar because you were like, this shit, I'm not getting good at this. Fuck this. And then you kind of went back.
No, I was
Or
always
was it
playing.
noodling every once in a while?
I was always playing, but I took it a little more seriously in college.
right.
But even more seriously, I started to like take piano classes, and I'm like, the piano is awesome. I was like, I love like just like something about like a live piano too, like the vibrations of it, and
Yep.
like something so. Well, I skipped
Actually,
over.
I don't like pianos.
Well, yeah, actually, I hate the piano.
Actually-
No, I skipped over a big part. There's just so much. It's like so hard to. But like when I
Yeah.
was in high school, I used to skip lunch and go in the music room and play piano for like
Fuck yeah.
the entirety of lunch.
No, that's the shit.
And
Not
but
at your
I would just
food.
play chords or whatever.
You'd have like a half, like one bite out of a sandwich.
Yeah,
and it's like,
exactly.
that was when you sat down.
Right.
And then you just couldn't fucking.
Yeah.
And then you were Mark Wahlberg, or what's his name? Matt Damon. And Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Dude, what if it was Mark Wahlberg? That'd be awful.
That would be crazy.
It'd be the worst. It'd be a much worse movie. But I don't know. It'd be kind of funny.
So I had an interest in piano.
Dude, I want Mark Wahlberg and Robin Williams on the screen, and we will never get that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm fully listening to you.
No, you're all
You
right.
had an interest in piano.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm jumping around.
No,
So
you're
then
good.
I get to college. I like guitar and piano, but I really like piano class.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of my associates, I got really interested in jazz piano. I went to Fredonia. I started playing in some like jazz bands, and I played in this like funk band for a while. And that's what's really started my interest in like funk and R&B and stuff like that.
Yep. And this is in Fredonia.
Yeah.
And then Fredonia, you went from Fredonia to Buffalo
Yeah.
after that. Mm-hmm. And you were just like, because you told me it was like you were going to be here for like a little bit.
Yeah. So it was like 2020.
Oh, yeah, because you're going to Nashville. You were thinking about it.
Yeah. So I knew this like lady
Yeah.
because I'm a music therapist,
Shout out.
camera.
Shout out to therapy.
And I,
Do it, everyone.
there was a,
It's important.
it is important.
If you can afford it, and also if you can't, figure it out.
But there was a lady I'd worked with before who had an open internship position, and I took it and I did that. And so I moved to Buffalo in early of 2020, which was a really great place to move somewhere, by the way. A really great time to move somewhere. And
It was a place or time?
time. The place, unironically, is a pretty good place to move to.
Yeah.
The time was bad.
Yeah.
But
Well, you kind of cemented yourself a little bit.
so so I was like, I'm going to try to get in the music scene as much as possible. I went to literally every open mic night, every night that I could.
Yep.
And that's when I met Kevin and Dean.
In an open mic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was
There's
at
a
a
couple
bar.
more steps that in there, but yeah.
Right.
And I was like, I really like his songwriting. There was like an open jam at the end of the mic I played, and then Kevin was like, hey, you should come by our practice space and play with us. I went back there, went practice with them. We were a 5-piece band at that time.
Oh, shit.
Kevin was like, yeah, you should keep playing with us.
Was this Real Movement was already a thing?
Yeah.
At that time?
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
This is going to overlap with Kev's story.
Yes. No, I figured. Because
Tarantino.
Yeah. Well, you started from a perspective, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's like I'm bringing the audiences on my ride. So I take them,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then I was like, oh wait, you're not the Real Movement guy. That's the Real Movement guy.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I'll start like posting him and stuff. The real
The
realist move, the real mover.
Yeah.
The realist mover.
Yeah.
The realist mover would be a good like documentary about Kevin.
You'd have to wear
realist
the
mover.
But
cowboy hat for sure.
But I mean, it pretty much
You'd have a piece of straw in your mouth.
right.
Ooh, yeah.
It pretty much ends there, I guess. Like,
Well, 2020 to now is
Yeah, your music career ended
done.
right there.
yeah, it ended right there. I just stopped.
Yeah.
yeah. My music career ended when I started
This
playing.
was
with
like
you.
a retirement
right.
party.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, but I mean, good things came. So
It's like marriage. It's like now I'm done. It's like
All set.
we're here.
It's over.
then I
Kick your feet up, grab a beer.
well let me round this out. So then I play for Real Movement.
Round it in, actually.
We play a show with
can.
Passed Out.
Yes.
Have you heard of them before?
I've heard that they. Yes.
Yeah, I think So we play a show with Passed Out.
Yeah. One of them has a beard, right?
I had a beard. Well, has a beard.
He just fluctuates.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He gave it to one of his bandmates. Right?
so then
Yeah.
they just traded the beard.
So then he told me, he's like, "Hey, I'm putting together this."
Italian guy? I'm just kidding.
No, not that one, but French guy. I think French, right?
No, he's French Canadian.
Yeah, and he was like, I was trying
Bringing
to
it
think of
back to the
something-
acoustic.
I know. I was trying to think of something Canadian to say.
Oh
But
yeah. The bagged milk.
yeah, he's like, we're playing a Bright Eyes show, eh?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Would you like to play with us? And I said yes.
Por favor?
No, that's
no,
how
wait,
I
that's
met-
Spanish.
That's how I met off camera Peter,
Peter Heuer.
and then
Bright Eyes Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Actually, he could play just any song at any time, but
Any
he's like,
song
oh yeah, Bright Eyes.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah, I know a couple of those.
so then we played that show, sick show, and then
Shout
someone
out to the other Connor, the only other Connor I respect.
took pictures at that show. Do you remember who it was?
Yeah, some fucking
Tall.
nah,
No.
he's definitely short.
Ego is tall.
I think he was. I think it's a black guy. I think he was a black guy. No,
it was you.
it was me.
was you,
Everyone, that off-color joke was brought to you by Resurgence Brewing.
Cheers.
their
I'll drink.
fault.
I'll drink to that.
We lost the sponsor, but it's okay. It was a funny joke. No, so yes,
about the
so
art.
yeah, Bright Eyes. We
about
played
the
the
art,
Bright
not
Eyes
the
show.
money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
There are plenty of sponsors.
Yeah.
And if you too want your brand disrespected on this podcast,
I will gladly.
I will do that for you for a
So
small price. Go ahead.
that's
Bright Eyes. We met.
and the rest is history.
I took pictures. I gave the pictures to you guys, and then you were like, "Oh,
I was like,
what?
they suck.
What? These guys can't even. What is this? iPhone camera?
Yeah.
This
Right.
guy fucking
Right.
You took them all with the what's it called? The what on?
the what?
Because they were all like blurry. What's
Like
it?
lens cap?
No, yeah, you took them all with the lens cap on. So I was like, these pictures suck. What the no? What's
It's a
the
bunch of black images.
What's the one
Dude,
thing?
that'd be so funny.
What is the one like effect though that you know?
Oh, the long
shutter.
exposure. Long
Exposure.
yeah, the long shutter.
I don't
You're
know
right.
shit- I don't
It's a
know
long
shit about
shutter.
cameras.
You're correct.
So
You got it.
yeah, so you took them all blurry, and I'm like, why the who?
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
They
No,
were
I-
they were artistically
I never
blurry.
thought that. I never.
Yeah, no, I get you. It was honestly that night. I remember I was experimenting. I was like, I've never done this before. I'll just fucking go in and do my shit. And then I was like spinning it around. I like take the picture and then go, and then take the picture and go.
Right.
And then
It's
just- yeah. Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
love to see you taking pictures from like an audience member. point of
100%.
view. You're just like
Yeah.
going like.
Oh, I look like an idiot.
That's pretty sick.
But what's new? So,
So that's.
but
so
yeah,
that's me.
We got to hear
That's
because it pretty much was like group chat. I think I got in the group chat after that because that was like the
Yeah.
Bright
That
Eyes
was
group
your
chat.
That was your.
And we were at a show together at the same time, and we didn't know it. A Passed Out show, right?
Was
Mohawk?
that?
Was that
Oh.
before you met him?
Oh yes.
I think.
Remember,
I
'cause
had
you were
met
taking
him.
photos.
we did not. We did the video.
I think we met.
Oh.
that was the live performance thing, right?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did when they did
so
the
you guys had
well
met at
enough
that
for
point?
now
We
EP
had met,
release.
but we weren't like familiar enough
I see.
to point each other out in a crowd.
Possibly.
I
I
think.
d-
Probably.
Because
I don't know
I
for
remember.
sure.
I do remember someone being actively filming that and being like, "Well, that's really cool.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's really fun.
Man, what if
That looks
by
like
the-
a nice camera."
in a
like,
couple of years things are banned to be filmed by these guys? What if? Check it out, Ultrabird Studios,
Huh.
Instagram and YouTube and all the things. And Real Movement, they're fucking good.
Yeah, we're on the stuff.
But so
Oh, wait, that sounded like we're on drugs.
you're
but
on the stuff.
We're on
Yeah.
Instagram. And,
You're on the internets
Yeah.
and in the real life as well sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not
yeah.
all the time.
That's true.
But let's do a quick break to shout out our newest sponsor that is an actual sponsor now. You may have seen them in the previous episodes because I cut them in, but we got a real thing that is happening. So stay tuned. Anything you'd like to say before we leave?
You're really moving with this.
And you killed it. You
yeah.
killed
Yeah,
it.
okay, sweet.
You just brought it to a halt.
We'll be back with Kevin's business. Is this? We can't play that. All right, just bye.
Is it like
And then we
cutting
cut
or-
that.
Okay.
Okay. And now that now there's jazz. All right.
What's going on, ladies and germs? It's Connor Mink coming at you live from the Ultrabird living room. I'm here to tell you about our first ever sponsor on the Good Sounds podcast. We did it, everyone. Confetti. Woo! I think that was a firework. Memotronics. Memotronics Effects. Memotronics Effects is a guitar effects company that specializes in FX pedal modifications, DIY effects products, and FX pedal repairs. If you want me to slow down, too bad. Go back. Rewind. Pedal modification. Whether you want to build your own stomp boxes or have your pedals mummified? Whether you want to build your whether you want to build your own stomp boxes or have your pedals modified, Memotronics can help you raise your pedal board to meet your expectations. Find your tone, know your tone, own your tone with Memotronics. Contact Memotronics at gmail.com or visit memotronics.com and stay tuned for more updates and news on these guys. It's a local business, Buffalo/Niagara Falls zone. I know this man very well. He's very nice. Help him out. If you have a guitar, you need this. He's got my vote. Back to the episode. Find your tone, know your tone, own your tone. Be the ball. With Memotronics.
And we're back.
What's up, everyone? How are you?
Hi.
How was the break? That was a good commercial, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was sick. I
Thanks.
love those guys.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They do good work
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
in that business
So exciting.
that is to not be named outside of the ad break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not allowed.
I've heard a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Right. No, they're big in the business
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they're in.
Yeah.
The markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next big thing.
Yeah.
They're the next biggest
Yeah,
thing.
that's
So you want to
thing.
get on
Yeah.
it like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on
It's
they're on the come up,
time.
Yeah.
but they're also at the peak
Yeah.
at the same time. It's impressive.
Yeah.
But real movement. We're back.
Mhm.
Talking to the boys. Kevin, you're a
Hi.
man. You're a man in this world, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
You are
yeah.
a self-proclaimed man.
That is. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you listen to in your musics growing up?
growing
Like
up.
as a baby boy.
Okay.
Let's start off where you were a child listening to music.
oh,
like
yeah.
your parents' influences.
Yeah.
And then let's go through your
Yeah.
musical journey.
Right.
If you'd like.
Yeah. Well, my parents, they were music fans.
Sick.
My dad,
Born in Buffalo?
yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, both from Buffalo. My dad, they were born in the 50s, so they liked all the stuff from the 60s, Beatles, the Stones. My dad showed me all of that. A lot of classic rock. My dad also, he's deep into like some country, alt country. He kind of likes punk. He didn't listen to it a ton, but he really liked it.
Right.
And would, teach me about punk bands and stuff.
He likes the information about punk.
Yeah,
And that's-
yeah.
It's like
And
he's
he-
like fascinated with the world.
Yeah,
I would assume.
And he
Yeah.
actually, what he prefers is he likes garage rock. That was one thing he showed me. There's a radio show, Little Steven's Underground.
And that's in the 90s, early thousands. What is that?
Little
time?
Steven's?
Yeah. What time was that?
Well, actually, I
coming
think
out?
the show's probably on like XMU or Sirius, one of those ones, because it's the guy from. He's the guitar player for Bruce Springsteen's
Oh, so it's currently still
band.
like it's been a whole. Like
yeah,
From then to now.
I
it's still
remember my dad like playing it on the radio in the 2000s.
He was
like,
also on The Sopranos.
yeah, right. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Peter's knowledge.
But it was just a really cool thing of like this well-known
Sopranos.
guitar player having a radio show entirely about garage rock.
Yeah.
And my dad being into that, and I learned a lot about that, which
Now, as a kid, like 8-year-old, like you're like baby boy, or was it teenager?
I don't know. Like I went through. I had the soundtrack to the Pokemon movie. Was really
Hell yeah.
that one really rocked my world.
It's a ripper.
I loved that.
Very orchestral.
Yeah, and I got into Queen. That was the first band I thought this band is insane and really cool.
Yep.
Then
You know what? That does make a lot of sense. Now that
Yeah.
you do say it, like your songwriting and like music, that it's very like it's like the grandioseness.
I want to
like,
belt out.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I want to belt
It's very
out.
Queeny.
Yeah, I think I got that pretty early on that I wanted to just belt things out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Queen.
And yes, that is what I said. I loved I grew up I was a kid in the 90s, so alternative rock radio was at its peak
Oh,
in the
yeah.
90s. So good.
You're a Radiohead man.
Yeah.
You played a show at Nietzsche's.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing was I got the what is it? Now That's What I Call Music compilations.
Hell yeah.
Those were some of my first CDs I ever got. And I think it's the first one has Karma Police on there. And like
okay.
that's a crazy song for a kid to listen to kinda. But I remember listening to it and probably being confused, but it was, back then you only had like 3 CDs, so you just
Right.
listen to them over and over. You don't care what's on it.
Yep. I had a
Uh,
SpongeBob soundtrack that I like can never hear again because I'm like, this is like,
Yeah.
it's like that corny music that you like. It's like the kid music. Like this was made for kids, but it's like this is just like it's too much. It's like the Weird Al stuff, dude. I had Weird Al the fucking the fucking what was it? Ride and Dirty. They're White and Nerdy, but what was the album called? I forgot what the album's name was.
I don't remember.
But
Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
It's just that shit when you're a kid that you listen to and you're like,
Yeah.
this is not. I don't like this.
It's like, something about it. It's not like music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anymore. I don't know.
It's It's like I don't know. There's no real. Maybe it's not. It's maybe because it's like hiding like true emotion with like funny, or it's just like, haha, we're not like sad. We're not making a sad song. There's no depth to this. This is I'm a white guy.
Wacky.
Yeah. So it's maybe that's what it's like the
Yeah.
cheapness of it.
Yeah.
So
I know
don't
what you mean. Yeah.
Not everything needs to be a fucking art house film.
But it's weird how like when you're 3 or 4, that stuff just appeals to your brain, or at least it did to me.
Yeah.
Like when I think of the Pokemon, it was a lot of stuff kind of like that.
Yeah.
But at the time, I liked melody and I liked poppiness and catchiness. Yeah.
Well, that's why I feel like, parents, when they introduce their kids to Beatles, it's like you
Yeah.
start with the early Beatles.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you're like, "Hey, these are fun. Yeah, we're hanging out, jamming. And then you get the late Beatles and you're like, this is when they learned what drugs were.
Yeah.
This is when they found like what life is actually about.
Yeah.
And like revelations were had.
Yeah.
And that's why you like this more later. Because it's
Yeah.
this depth. It's a little
Yeah.
bit more than just like
Yeah.
it's bubblegum shit.
Yeah, you don't have to stick to the same forms over and over and
Yeah.
over.
But even
you're going to
then-
want to change.
And then I will say though, with the early stuff too, with the Beatles, I do certain ones. I'm like, it's like corny but good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how are you?
A lot of them were
'cause they're
like
tight. They're
were
tight.
songs that were already written too. Like
Oh,
they were
yeah.
like just sort of like standard rock
Yeah.
songs.
For
Also,
But yeah, I mean with that same because they were the ones that pushed the envelope. They started with that like
Yeah,
foundation,
dude. If One Direction was like turned into that, like, can't please,
that'd be pretty tight.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like these boy bands just don't stay around long enough to become cool. But also, the Beatles didn't even stay around. They were like not even 10 years old,
right.
and they were just like, "Yeah, we're good, guys. Like, I think we're done."
Yeah,
They really were,
they're the
though.
best.
They were so old. They looked so old when they
Yeah.
when they stopped playing.
And
Them.
what were they, like 35?
They were under
Yeah, exactly
30.
right.
They were probably
They
like
were under-
28.
they were 28.
Yeah, it's
they
like
were.
It's nuts.
And they were playing on the roof. John's got the huge
Yeah.
beard.
Yeah.
It's just like this
They're-
man is
and they're
70
like, we're
years
too
old.
old for this shit.
Yeah. This silly rock.
Yeah.
Time
Yeah.
to hang it up.
And
Yeah.
every Paul McCartney Wings picture, he just looks like,
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
He's like, I've checked out.
yeah.
I am on a
He's like,
farm.
so-
I am playing
yeah,
music for
exactly.
2 hours a day.
Right.
That's what you guys get. And he's still.
He's like, I've done
Dude,
it all.
Wings, there's some Wings songs. You're just like, this fucking guy. He's got, it's in his bones.
Uncle
bro.
Albert. That's a good one.
Yeah. Mr. John. Is that the one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let 'em in. Everybody's that a different one? That's a Beatles song.
Oh, Let 'Em In.
That's
No,
Let 'Em In.
that's a that's a Paul McCartney song.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know much
I know
for
what you're
solo
talking
work.
about.
I know Live and Let Die and
Good one. Band on the Run.
Band on the Run. Band on the
Yeah.
Run is a fucking great song.
Dude, Band on the Run.
Yeah.
No, that's Live and Let Die.
That's what I meant. Band on the Run. I know that one.
Band on the da-da-da.
Yeah. Dude, they should make a fucking
Mashup.
the Daft Punk
McCartney
mashup.
mashup.
Daft Punk mixes every single Paul McCartney
Shit,
song.
real movie
That was
about that.
another.
Oh yeah, you were.
I don't
yeah.
mean to infringe.
Yeah.
I
We're gonna go back.
just thought of two things.
Just this is a tangent podcast.
Yeah.
I just didn't interrupt him enough. That's really what it was.
So I had this Beach Boys CD I listened to all the time, but when I was like in like 11th grade, Daft Punk came out with Random Access Memories.
Yeah.
And that like changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
That like changed how I saw music.
It's and it's as far as like genre, like all encompassing
Yeah.
genre, it's wild. But back to Kevin.
Back to Kevin.
So, 90s. You got Radiohead,
Yeah.
and you got what?
And so
And now that's what I call music.
We're just trying to get to where you got the hat.
yeah.
yeah.
We just, I'm just trying to get you to explain yourself, and I
Yeah.
don't know where to start.
Yes.
So it's like,
And we're in Williamsville, New York, by the way. That's where we are in this.
Right.
That's where I grew up.
Currently?
Williamsville.
no, we're in Niagara Falls.
We're in Niagara Falls.
But Williamsville
Yeah.
is where you grew up.
That's where I grew up. Yeah.
In the burbs.
in the burbs. Yeah.
Gotta love it.
The burbs.
Bourbon boy.
Yeah. And I went to Williamsville South, which was the smaller school. So I felt like I had a kind of small town vibe
Right.
out there. It felt
Right.
very secluded a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Well, Will North is like Rob Gronkowski's school.
right.
So that was
That's
like, you guys are the ones that like, you guys are the forgotten.
Yeah, he was in my first
Stepchild.
band.
Oh, really?
No.
Rob Gronkowski? Did he play the
He
drum-
played the tuba.
the drumstick, but the chicken drumstick? It's like he played a large mutton chop.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
He was the
like
drummer and he
played
broke the kid on every show.
yeah.
The first song, we didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to football.
He didn't break it by playing it. He broke it getting it out of the car. That's what,
Right.
he just doesn't know how to use his hands and
He
feet.
broke it. He broke it because he sucks at drums.
Yeah, it wasn't a power thing. He just did it all wrong.
It's like I fucking hate the
Yeah.
drum.
Everything you could do wrong, he just did it all wrong.
Yeah.
But so my sister is like 8 years older than me, and I have a brother who's 3 years older than me, and then I was the youngest in my family. And
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I don't know about other families, but in mine, I was the youngest.
In all of my other families, I was kind of in the middle of the pack. But in my primary family, I was the youngest one. It's like bands. Like your family is your band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm looking to leave my family.
not-
These guys are kind of
Yeah,
shitty.
not this
Yeah.
band.
yeah,
Not this.
No.
The real
No.
movement is a family.
no,
Big
yeah.
time.
Fam.
So there was this thing though. My sister, she would watch MTV, and she'd be watching like TRL, and I'd get to watch TRL with her.
That is the music television
Yeah.
and the
Total Request Live.
that's what it's called.
They would play music.
I forgot.
It
That's
was
how old it
a
is.
live show where they're in the studio in New York City, and they would also play live music videos.
Yeah.
And it was just so popular. It felt like that's where everyone's getting this type of music from, mainstream music,
And this is
where they all meet.
probably slightly less news than before, but Aaron
Yeah.
Carter was fucking
Oh yeah,
that time.
yeah.
Aaron Carter was like king of
Huge.
TRL,
Huge.
and then
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, what are you gonna do? We all die.
We do.
Shit happens.
Yeah, pretty much all of us.
For the most part,
Yeah.
I would say Jesus was an exception, but some may say he
No,
wasn't
he died.
even.
He pretty obviously died.
No,
right?
he did.
Can I have a beer passed
Do you-
over here?
If you're Jesus, do you ever really die?
That is a real request, though. That is a total request. Like, oh, thank you, Dean.
Yeah.
Some might say that the Aaron Carter party did stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
yeah.
is why we don't put Peter on camera.
No, Pete, that's the air horn moment. Pete, that's the air horn. Wait,
thank you.
stand by for air horn. Keep that joke in mind, everybody, while
Thank
Pete
you.
brings out his phone.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks. That's
Hey, you're in the band,
yeah,
right?
He plays with us sometimes.
Wow.
And that just a reminder. That was to the joke, not to Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the band.
That was bad timing.
Wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Shout out
Wow.
Dean on
Yeah.
Dean on drums.
Yeah.
So my
Dean,
sister.
my one
oh,
question. I'm sorry. My one question for you. Do you play the drums because your name starts with a D?
No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay. I actually don't want you to elaborate. That's all I needed. Kevin,
Sounded- the
go
way
ahead.
The way you said that
Kevin.
sounded like you were ashamed. You knew the answer, but you were ashamed to admit.
That's all I needed, Dean. Thank you. And thank you for the beers.
Yeah.
Jake Barnes is also here. Shout out.
Yeah.
He's on bass.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you only play bass because your last name starts with a B?
Oh my god. We line up.
Oh man.
I don't know how to add to that. That was
You
good.
know.
That was good.
You know.
We're just gonna let
just
that.
goofing around.
We're gonna let that simmer down.
Yeah. Wait, Kevin was telling his story?
Yeah.
His origin story?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you said my orgy story.
That's
you.
for the next podcast.
Yeah. That's on the Patreon.
That's it. OnlyFans. We don't have a Patreon.
Yeah.
We have a Good Sounds
We don't-
OnlyFans.
yeah.
That's a
We
great idea.
we just play like
Yeah.
sounds.
Ultra fans?
No, it's no, it's the Good Sounds OnlyFans would definitely be like sloshing sounds and
Yeah.
like sex sounds.
Yeah,
Like you get those are good sounds.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't put those on YouTube because then they'll flag us.
Right.
So.
So let's swerve back to talking about my family. That'll be good. That'll cut real well.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, in a way,
segue was-
sex is talking
That's how we
about
got
family.
here. That's how we got
that's
here.
how families are made. Can't have a family without sex.
You can't. Wow.
Amen, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
to that.
Okay, so the thing was, is my sister. So
Cheers
she
to
would
the audience.
she would teach me TRL and like
Oh, yeah,
90s
right. That
alternative
is what we were
music.
talking about.
We'd watch Daria, all the cool
Oh, yes.
90s stuff. She
Freaks
would,
and Geeks.
Yeah, she taught me the words to that song "Bitch" by
Mm.
I'm a bitch.
Weirdo.
I'm only giving you 5
What
words
the hell am
because
I
I don't want to
doing here?
don't want to hit the filter.
That's the song, right?
Yes.
I don't belong.
Yeah, I'm a bitch. I'm a creep.
You got
I'm
it.
deep inside
Did you
of
get
you.
that?
I didn't get until Kevin just started.
Yeah. Third Eye Blind, Bare
Yeah.
Naked Ladies. I just remember
311.
Counting Crows, just bands. I just loved learning about bands. We liked music in our family a lot. We
Hell
played a
yeah.
lot of music. And then our sister would have CDs that we couldn't get access to otherwise. And so she had OK Computer. So my brother, because he was 3 years older, it was like this wave of passing down music because our parents would give us some stuff, Gretchen would have some stuff, Glenn. So I felt like I was just at the end of this pyramid,
Yep.
and or this funnel. It all funneled to me, and so I
upside
knew
down pyramid.
I knew a lot about. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I had to flip it upside down. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
You got it. I didn't need to teach you. No thanks are needed. You had it. I was
Yeah.
clap. It was a
Yeah.
clap because you did it.
yeah. Well, and that was when my life changed because when I was
Right.
a kid, I thought it was a pyramid, and then one day I was like, it's a funnel.
Yeah.
And then everything clicked.
And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah.
Right.
So I loved music. Chili Peppers I got into.
Right.
That was the next CD I had.
Californication.
I got the Kid Rock Ball with the Boss CD.
Ooh.
Iconic.
And what's
Ooh.
funny is my mom, there's a middle finger on the CD cover.
Yeah.
And my mom, she did find out and then she let me keep it.
Nice.
Oh,
Cool mom.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Cool mom.
Yeah.
Was it okay?
Yeah.
Any Nirvana in there? Baby Pee Pee.
I-
How'd you feel about Baby Pee Pee? If
I
you got
didn't,
middle finger
I didn't
problems?
buy Nirvana, but I did no, but I would listen to that on the radio.
Yeah.
That was one that I just hear on the radio.
Yeah.
But then my brother bought a guitar.
Ooh.
And I just did everything my brother did. I was just followed him, whatever he was doing.
That's the younger brother. That's the path of a younger brother.
Yeah,
For
just show up
sure.
and be annoying.
Yeah, dude. It's a pastime.
He'd be hanging out with his friends. I'd come in and just ruin their time.
Right.
Yep.
Sometimes
Yep.
when I
These are
look
my
back, I was like,
friends, too.
oh, yeah, I was just ruining their time. That wasn't even
Oh,
really
hey,
fun.
man, you brought some friends over for me. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Now
I didn't have to
we're
go
all
out-
friends.
We're all friends.
That's so crazy.
You know my brother.
Yes.
I'm my brother's brother.
Yeah.
I fucking we have that in common.
Right. You're friends with my brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
Me
That's
too.
Pretty much me. Yeah.
So he had a guitar. I was like,
I know
well,
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah, I'll do a guitar too. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we'll do that. And got a guitar. Yeah, I would just play his for a while, and I started pretty quickly started writing songs on it, like things, just little. I would have like a little riff. And I still remember like some of the first riffs I ever wrote. I
Hell
just
yeah.
liked playing guitar. It just seemed like a thing to do.
Yeah. Because that's what you showed the on radar, preamble where it's like you previously recorded yourself like years ago.
Yeah.
Playing that song.
Yeah.
And then we saw the evolution of it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see it today.
Yeah.
Soon enough. We're gonna see it again. If you haven't watched
Yeah.
the Ultrabird Real Movement not podcast, it's a show.
We need someone to do the worm to this song. Nobody's done it.
If only.
God, give him a free CD.
They were at Good Bar. They played
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
But Kevin,
Yeah. So I watched.
keep talking. I'm nuts. I'm sorry.
I watched my brother. I watched my brother play guitar, and like I saw him, learn how to play other people's songs. He started writing his own songs, and he would
Right.
write lyrics. And so I was like, "Oh, that's what you do." So once I saw him do that, I've just been doing that ever since.
Yeah, yeah,
really.
Is he
And
still playing guitar? Is he still doing music?
a little bit? He never really liked the performing side of it. So I think that's where him and I were different. He was a better guitar player. Like he was more proficient and really knew his stuff, and he'd really get like he still does guitar tabs. Like he'll
Right.
He'll write out tabs to really complicated like the band And You'll Know Us by Trail of Dead. I don't know if you know them, but they have these complicated
not know
parts
them.
of Montreal.
Especially not the
He'll-
Trail of
yeah.
Dead.
But
That's the name of it. You'll know us by.
You will know us by the Trail of Dead.
They started with and.
Yeah, actually, it starts with a ellipses ...
Oh no, that's
and then you will
that's
know us
where-
by the
yeah.
Trail of Dead.
that is a search term.
They're a heavy band. You guys should go
That's
listen
crazy.
to them. Source Tags and Codes is the name of the album.
I mean, they sound technical.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
I'm going on a tangent here, but
You're
my
He
brother.
didn't say enough band names, so
Yeah.
you're like filling in.
Right.
I know. Now I feel bad. You're
Yeah.
saying all this stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you've had your time.
I just
Jake.
talked about
Yeah.
myself,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
which
that's
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
it is.
No.
You wouldn't be here if I didn't think so. You're okay.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Shane Gillis if you ever on the podcast.
Don't give me,
Jake-
dude. Don't get me started.
No, you really. I think that is the influence of the off-color jokes that I'm making. I think it's the blue lights. your introduction to Shane Gillis to me.
Oh.
To me, yeah.
Not full introduction, but like
Well,
real.
you didn't mention how me and Shane Gillis are best friends.
Yeah. If you want to go into that, you can. But Kevin's talking, so we're gonna stop you from talking.
You can't set me
Thanks,
up like
Connor.
So
Yeah.
so anyway, Shane. No.
Yeah.
Shane and I the other day.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep going, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Well, you can't actually bring up
hilarious.
other people on podcasts. I'm pretty sure that it's not allowed in the world of podcasting, especially famous people. It's like
Yeah.
the more you do that, the less people listen to them.
Right.
That was supposed to be a joke. Why aren't you laughing,
Right.
Uh-huh.
Kevin?
I was
keep
getting
talking.
my story ready so I didn't forget it again.
Please clap.
I hope that don't sound rude.
No,
Um,
you. Hey,
So I've watched my brother. I get musical influences from my whole family. My brother also too. He would we would just be bored. We were just bored kids, and we'd fill our time by going online, going to allmusic.com, and just researching music.
Yep.
What is this band? Who are they influenced by?
Yeah.
What is that genre of music? What is that record label? And we just and my brother and I would just learn stuff. We tried to. Okay, I learned about this. I learned about it was like a little report, like come back and report back to each other. And then we also came a time with the downloading of music and burning of CDs.
Right.
So we stockpiled just just towers and towers of burned CDs.
Fuck yeah.
So it was pretty cool, and I got to hear. And then what happened is he 3 years older. We shared a room pretty much our whole childhood, and then he moved to college, and there's all these CDs left over, and I was like, what are these? Like, I hadn't gone through his whole collection,
right.
and now that it was my room, I got to just put on one, and I just like learned. I got to hear a lot of indie rock music.
Was he into like those weird like corners of the internet where it's like weird music that like demos and stuff that like people, or was it mainly like album stuff that
Depends
you
on
would just throw
like
it on?
like we'd go deep on like, you know, John Frusciante, like,
Okay.
you know, the
Don't know who that
guitarist
is.
from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I do know who that is.
So his solo stuff, he's got all these weird like
Gotcha.
deep, you know, we would or like Radiohead demos, you know.
Yep.
So certain bands we'd want their demos.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
bands, no thanks.
Yeah, right. No, it's definitely
No thanks.
for the favorites.
Your polished stuff is okay.
yeah,
So, you
right,
know.
right.
So then
There's charm
Yeah.
in shit, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's terrible, it's almost like, oh, but they're trying.
yeah.
Look at that. I like that they're trying. I hear them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love listening to music. I really do listen to anything. And
do me too.
Yeah. But so it started, the performing thing, in 8th grade, there was a variety show at my middle school. And by that point, I started like jamming with friends. And at that point, jamming was like, I set up my video camera in my room and I invite people who aren't musicians over and just like my friends and like, here's this drum pad and here's some maracas and here's a keyboard and here's a harmonica and I'll play guitar and we'll just jam.
Yeah. It was like a forced jam.
And it was just everyone just hidden stuff and like dudes who we would normally be playing like football or something and I'm trying to get them to like jam out indie rock style with me. But it was fun. They would do it and we'd film it and that was where it started.
Yeah.
And then I performed at a variety show with my buddy. I played guitar and he played harmonica at a variety show. And that was at Mill Middle School in 8th grade.
And who played Bob Dylan? Who was the Bob Dylan of the group?
Oh, his name was Ed Meyerhofer.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was called Ed and the Voice of Reason. So
Was it you?
I was the voice of reason. 13 years old.
That's
I knew a lot.
if your voice of reason is a 13-year-old, that's not.
Yeah. Well, the thing is our brother gave us the name. Our brother's friend.
They're not allowed to be adorable.
They came in one day. We were jamming, and then they came in and they said, you should be called Ed and the Voice of Reason. And we're like, that sounds okay. Well, we didn't have a name. We were just gonna be Ed and Kevin.
That's a good name.
I guess that's a little
better
better
name.
Added Kevin or added in the.
Yeah.
I like Ed and the Voice of Reason. Than Kevin's.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick Kevin.
Connor,
I'm not naming my kid Kevin.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. I'm sorry.
Go pee.
Yeah. No,
We
this
were-
is better than
We weren't.
less interruptions.
We weren't
you
talking
know?
to you anyways, so it's okay. We could actually shit talk him the whole cast. Now.
Yeah.
He would never know.
No. Let's just
Until
not
he
talk.
listens
Let's
to
not
it.
even acknowledge him at all.
Yeah.
Let's really.
Oh yeah. Was there someone sitting next to you?
Like you just. Thanks for having me over, Connor, for
You
this
got it, Kevin.
one-on-one interview.
For
It's really
sure.
cool.
No, I
and
really.
intimate.
Yeah. No, we've definitely. I think we haven't gone through enough of each other.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's I
Right.
think the biggest thing of
You-
like I've had enough of this guy.
Yeah.
Or whoever
Right.
may or may not be here.
Yeah.
But now we're getting into the
right.
important part.
So we're about to leap into the band stuff.
I was gonna
right
say,
now.
yeah. So and the Voice of
And-
Reason, high school.
So that was
happens.
the first thing, and then later that year, my friend Greg Potter was like, or no, someone told me, they said, hey, do you know Greg Potter has a drum set in his basement? I was like, what? Greg has? Yeah, I guess they've been jamming over there. I'm like, they're jamming, and they didn't tell me.
Oh
I
man.
was so mad. And so then, of course,
Jerks.
but luckily I had the guts to call him up and be like, hey, can I come over and jam? Because I almost didn't. I almost be like, well, I'll get my own drum set.
Yeah. No, you should.
Always got to be like that back then.
It's definitely like it's weird when you have to like instigate hanging out at someone else's house,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
because it's like, well, I'm not trying to intrude on you
Yeah.
guys, and I really don't want you to say
Yeah.
no to me right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'm lonely
Yeah.
and at home,
Yeah.
so can you guys fix this for me? Can I be not lonely at your house?
Yeah.
And then we'll all have fun. This is fun, right? I'm a fun guy. I play music.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I didn't-
that's why it's good to go in a little strong-willed then and stubborn.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's how I made up for it. Come
Yeah.
on, no, this is a good idea. Come on,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah. It's a lot of convincing, but like as things are happening, it is like, oh no, we should have done this. Yeah, I'm glad he asked me to do this.
Yeah.
So it is.
It
yeah.
did work out. So what happened was I
did that with movies, honestly, with other people, where I would just be like, guys, we just want me to make a video right now, and they're like, we want to play video games and
Yeah.
not do that. And I'm like, well, okay. And then I, do
yeah.
my own shit.
Oh,
And then
oh,
it's-
when people wouldn't do what you wanted to do, like
well, it's like you're with the jamming. Like you just have people like invite everyone over and like
Oh,
do
yeah.
stuff, and then it's just like, well, let's make a thing. Let's do
Yeah.
this thing and then do that, and then like they just get bored of it after
they're
like the second
yeah, but
video.
we don't want to do that.
They're like, we
That's
did
what
that last
You
week.
want to do, yeah,
and you're doing that now.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's-
well,
They-
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I have goals.
Turns
and
out not every person
passions.
wants to do music. It's like, what?
it sucks, man.
Why wouldn't you want to do this?
It's crazy when like your childhood friends are like not fully into the exact same things you are as you grow up, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like I thought we
Yeah.
were set.
Yeah.
These were my buddies.
Yeah.
We were hanging out for so long.
Yeah.
We have a laugh.
Yeah, but
you
then,
know. And then like high school happens, and then you're like, who are these
oh,
people?
right. Yeah,
Not
there's
who are these
other
people, but you
things
just
to
grow
do.
apart.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a big world. You got to try new things.
Yeah. You got to be a big man someday
Yeah.
if you got blood on your face, and you are a
Um,
big disgrace.
Yeah.
You start a band. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, we got about 1 inch further since you moved back.
What band did you start?
So then later in the year, so we start this band.
Kevin
and,
and the voice of reason.
We're still on that.
No. There's a new band. And we
He's
went.
the front man.
We
now.
went through a lot of names, and then we landed on Lost. We thought Lost would be a cool band name.
Yeah, I like it.
And then
It's
like,
definitely taken, but
and then like,
I like it.
and then a month later, the show came out. On
Oh,
ABC.
really?
Yeah, and it was a huge hit. It was like everyone thought we were this band named after the show. It
yeah,
lost. I thought lost a little bit of its appeal.
it lost.
It lost.
You
over
didn't
time.
even. You didn't.
No,
You didn't
but you.
know.
Oh my god! I didn't even think about how funny that is.
You lost.
I've never quite thought about this part of the story. This is crazy. Okay, so we formed this band Lost, right? And then an orchestra teacher, this young orchestra teacher at the middle school, young, new, like he wanted to bring two things. I don't,
He was like 7 years old.
yeah, I don't know why I was
Really good at the
Yeah.
orchestra.
Yeah.
This guy knows what he's doing. Get this kid a teaching job.
Just like, let's play cello now.
Yeah. It was a huge mistake. They
Drums, go.
They
Drums,
never did
drums.
it again because of this idea he had. And he said he wanted to do a battle of the bands at the school.
Oh.
And because he heard of there was a couple different bands. There was one other band that was a punk band, and one of its members was not even going to the middle school. He was a year older. Went to the Williamsville South High School.
Yep.
And his name was Dean Davis.
Ah, right.
His
I've
name was,
heard that name before.
Yeah.
And he battled some bands.
so he had his
Did
band.
he battle your band?
So their band was yes.
Whoa.
So their band was called Liberal SX or LSX for short, and they were a punk band. They were sick.
Yeah.
And they had a song called Dean Star that had a double bass drum in it. I was
Ooh.
like, everyone was like, "Oh, nasty
yeah.
double bass drum."
That's how you know it's legit.
yeah,
And the drummer's got a
that was
song.
cool. And
His own song.
so,
John
yeah.
Bonham didn't even have a song.
no, yeah,
He just-
Bonstar,
No.
Bonfire.
But they could have. That might have been a demo.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So we are our. I keep moving. I'm moving along only because I'm like I feel like people. It's gonna take so long.
No, you're good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
We have about 45 seconds left.
Oh,
so
perfect. Yeah.
If you want to,
Perfect. So then
we're getting pretty close. But if
we made this band called Lost. We had the battle of the bands, and Lost won.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't even realize that we were called Lost and that we won.
Yep.
And Dean's still fucking pissed about it.
Yeah.
to this
It's,
day.
yeah. A little resentful.
Well, I think they took some DQ points because because he's from high school.
Right.
So not fair. That's
Yeah. They're like it's handicapped.
a year
You're
older.
handicapped.
Yeah. It's like the Little League World Series. They
Okay.
got
So real
DQ'd.
quick,
So yeah,
let's get into a quick how Real Movement happened.
Yeah.
And then we will perform.
Sure.
some-
Okay.
some
Real
songs.
Movement basically. So grew up in Williamsville. I went to college in Chicago. So I moved out there and got an apartment, and
Some would call it Chicago.
I was in a band called The Janitor and the Bum, which is a whole nother story. And
Tune into the next episode.
and I wanted to make music just by myself, and I wanted to come up with a name where if I wanted to add people later to play with me, I could. Because I think there was a lot of indie rock bands that were doing that at the time. Like, I think of someone like Passion Pit. He started just by himself.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Angelakos, who's from Buffalo.
Tori Moi. Same
Tori
thing.
Moi. And I actually met him in Chicago at a show.
Oh, really?
Literally, it's so funny you say that.
That's wild.
I went to a show, shook his hand at a merch table, then like 4 years later, he's at Lollapalooza.
Yeah. Dude, he's a fucking man.
You know, with a whole band.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
So that's exactly your point.
Yep.
So
I
saw-
know he goes back and forth from like the electronic stuff and like the full band stuff. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, he's
album of the
groovy.
year almost. In my top 5 at least.
Oh, okay.
Still, Mahal.
Oh, I
It's
gotta
good.
listen to it.
Psychedelic shit.
That's cool.
It's road trip music.
Okay,
It's good.
nice.
Recommend.
Tori Mai, yeah, he's good. So,
Don't mean to derail.
so I came up with his name, Real Movement. I just thought, it was the name I came up with. I thought I liked it because I thought it can always change. It can always become anything. There's just room for whatever.
The only constant is change.
Exactly. So
I get that for sure.
yeah, and so
Dude, Minkblot, you know the whole Minkblot thing? It is.
No.
I am. So it's my moniker, whatever, is because I'm Connor Minkowitz and Mink, Connor Mink. And then a Rorschach test is like an ink blot. So it's like the middle camera turned off, but it's fine. But yeah, that's basically like you see what you see is what you get. Like whatever I am what you interpret me as. So it's like, I don't,
Ooh, yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's the real movement is like the thing
Yeah.
of like, we're always different. Every day is a new real movement. But
Always
at the
moving.
same time, we're always the same.
Totally, yeah.
But so let's quick
Yeah.
band
So
current member introduction.
yeah, so
Just because the middle camera.
yeah.
We're there.
But yeah, so basically it was a solo thing, and then I moved back to Buffalo in 2017.
Gotcha.
And immediately I called up Dean. So Dean was, a friend of mine throughout high school, and I jammed with him a few times, and I just asked, hey, are you playing drums? And he's like, not really, but yeah, do you want to play together? So we started jamming together in his work garage. Didn't even have a practice space.
This was a 2-piece at the time.
Yes. Started as 2-piece. We tried out for the next few years. We tried out a bunch of different, we'd have someone come in and play guitar, or someone play keyboards, or someone, mostly guitar and bass. And, they'd stick around for a few shows, but then it was just hard to, I don't know, it was mostly just more being in my 20s. Just,
Yeah. We'll see when it clicks.
trying stuff.
But it was
also
always
just
you
trying
and
to-
Dean, right?
Always me and Dean, yeah. There was a period where we kind of split up, and then for a year I kind of did like open mics, and I did a lot of videos actually at home too. And so I kind of got work done in a different way, and then we reconnected. And then that was actually what happened was we had this album that we worked on kind of over a span of a couple years. And it was songs that I wrote, and we performed with this our friend Corey Ross, who plays bass and stuff. So we had this album, we did an album release show, and that was when the band kind of really kind of became this 5-piece like indie
Right.
rock band.
Fuck yeah.
And then we met
it was
Jake.
taking shape.
Yeah, so we kind of had that going, and then we met Jake, and that seemed like, okay, now we have a keyboard player here. There was just a lot of sound in that room.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was fun.
It was, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We played like 2 shows as a 5-piece.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the world shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was so early 2020. And
Yeah.
then, you guys were forced to Zoom
Yeah.
band practice.
No, we never did that. That'd be terrible. But we had the
funny,
space. It is funny. We had the space, and then scheduling conflicts happened, basically, so it came down to just me, Kevin, Dean.
Yeah, we were the only ones who could really meet up.
And we
And
really
there
met
was
up.
and it was during the winter when there was nothing else to do. There's
Right.
nowhere to go. You couldn't hang out anywhere. So
Couldn't even
like,
go to a restaurant.
So like we
But
were
there were
like,
also these
yeah.
like concentrated feelings about the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
like sort of still going on and sort of had happened. Like the
Right.
Yeah.
It was
big
late
part of
2020.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like super.
Trust me,
Yes.
we all, yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, we were the only people.
Yeah, you guys
that were
You guys
affected.
were the
by
only
it.
ones affected. Yeah.
No, but so we would meet up.
This is why I had you the podcast. I was like, you guys,
Right, 'cause
the pandemic was rough for you guys.
Yeah,
It
I
was-
gotta tell you
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Well,
I was chilling.
it was rough for us. It was good for Real Movement because we would
Yeah,
meet
right.
up like twice a week.
Yeah.
For like that whole winter, for like months and months and months. We just met up twice a week, didn't play at all.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
like show. Well, we played together. We
Yeah.
didn't play shows.
Right.
And we wrote Trash Talk. We wrote every
Yes.
single song
Yes.
in there, except Focus was like a last minute like song sort of. But
Which
every
is
other
a
song
good
we
one.
like
Yeah.
we really carefully like crafted throughout this process. We would
Yeah.
sit down, we would talk about like how we're feeling, what we're going through, and then we would sort of put that energy into the like songwriting.
Right. So it was actually like you were using music as like the self-expression tool
Yeah.
that it kind of should be
Yeah.
used for in a way.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's, I mean, that's how you get the best stuff, I feel like. So it's coming at it from that point is usually a lot harder, and it's a lot like, more abstract to just be like, how do I feel today? Then just like, let's make a fucking fun pop song.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, no one wants to go into their feelings.
and actually,
However, it was sorry to cut you off, but I do think that like in a way it was easy.
Yeah.
Because it was the pandemic, there were all these mixed feelings. It was hard not to talk about what was
Yeah.
going on when we got together, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, maybe, and you guys were used to like generally getting into it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's a good place to end it because we have had a conversation and a half.
Yeah, yeah. Did
And
you have
we've-
anything to add about I cut you off, I feel bad.
what was I gonna say?
Shout out Dean
Something about that
on
band.
drums.
Well, you were talking about playing
The
how
OG?
playing how we feel, and what's interesting.
Oh,
is,
we didn't even get to Jacob Barnes. We got to get Jacob Barnes in the band.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. How'd you meet Jacob Barnes?
Yeah, so I worked at Dinosaur Barbecue.
Shout out.
Shout out John Stage.
John.
And Jake worked there
John.
too. I invited him to a show. He came and saw us.
Real
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah, he was like, "You guys sort of suck, but
No, guys, you could use some low end.
no." But
sound.
it was at the same time we were like, maybe we should add a bass player.
Yeah.
we were thinking about it, and he like happened to also hit me up, and he's like, "Hey, if you guys ever want a bass player,
Fuck yeah.
hit me up," and we did, and
Yeah.
The
Now
rest
we're here.
is
yeah,
real movement.
Yeah.
yeah. It was hard because we had written an album of
Yeah.
songs that weren't released, so
Yes.
we're like, jump in on this.
Yeah.
And then it was
You'll
also
learn
like
every single one of these.
And then
Yeah.
we played like 3 quick shows, and then there was nothing for a while until the album release because we just kind of
We really geared up for that.
we didn't want to overdo ourselves with shows. We wanted to have enough time to build that one up.
And make it a real special like party. So
Yeah.
going forward,
So it's been a weird first year to join a band.
Yeah.
and we never really had a plan.
For sure.
and I think a
There's
good
no
way
plan.
to wrap up this real movement history is like we learned from that album release show, and going forward,
Yeah,
as you saw at the Good Bar show a little bit too, it's just like
Yeah.
we're going for more like creating an experience, than
sure.
like just like another show. It's just like you want to go because there's going to be something. I don't know. It's a party. We try to make it like
Yeah.
a party and fun when we play.
For sure.
yeah.
No, there's
Yeah.
definitely like I like the energy wave that like your set list goes through because it is like I mean it's because I think it's like funky all the way through, but then it has some like fast parts, then it has some slow parts, but it's still like you can bop through the whole thing.
There's
Yeah.
always
And
a
that's like
groove.
that's really like that's kind of why I like gravitate to your stuff a lot and like everything that you guys do because it is like you guys know what I like. You know what needs to be there, like at a baseline.
Yeah.
And it's just like playing with that is like the fun of like, oh,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do on this song? Like, what are they gonna do?
Right.
But it's like you guys know what you're doing.
Because we like grooviness and jamminess, but
Yeah.
we also love our songs. We
Yeah,
love
for sure.
the craft of songs,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
I think if you come see us, you'll appreciate that it feels like a band that is it's a funk party band,
Yeah,
but
like
we
jamming,
have
having
these songs that
Yeah.
are really tight, and we really sing our hearts out.
And have cool messages to them. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree. And they have a great Weezer cover. If you guys ever need.
No, that was an
another
original.
Yeah, no, we
Weezer.
wrote
That was
song.
original.
Yeah.
People keep saying that, and I don't know.
I was
I don't know
gonna.
why.
Yeah, people keep saying that so much now that
I don't get
I
it.
forgot. who wrote
Yeah,
it.
no, you're right.
It probably
you're
was
right.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
I
was
actually
us.
I rescind my statement. I've actually had Weezer on this whole podcast, and I didn't even know.
Yeah,
They were
that's true.
so good at hiding who they truly were.
Right.
But hey, it was just one for the books, boys. That was the podcast.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much for having us.
Yeah,
You got
thanks for
it.
having us.
Cheers.
And thank you for documenting the Buffalo
For
Indie
everything
Rock
you do,
Absolutely.
yo. Real one.
Great job.
Let's go. That was
don't
a,
have a-
that was
we don't
a
have a-
real movement on Connor.
We don't have a middle camera, but it's okay. Quick promotion. What do you want people to go see? Give us 3 things.
Well, what we want you to go to patreon.com/real movement, where you can get songs that we've never released before. Some are demos from Trash Talk. Sometimes we release demos
recordings.
that were just songs. Sometimes it's songs that I'm just working on at home.
Hell yeah.
And you'll also get updates on what we're doing. I do a little diary update every once in a while.
Diarrhea.
A little diarrhea update. Yeah, I can let you know everything that's going on in the toilet.
So that's one.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would love a diarrhea. Every time you get
Diarrhea
diarrhea, like tell me what's going on.
or
in your
not
life.
diarrhea.
Yeah.
Or
This was not diarrhea.
Maybe Mono Neon will beat us to that.
Yeah,
though. don't
I
know.
wish- yeah.
That's more of his brand.
Keep going.
So
Number 2 is Instagram.com.
yeah,
Instagram. Real Movement Buffalo.
yeah.
Yes. Real Movement Buffalo.
www.instagram.com.
Yeah.
Slash.
Real Movement Buffalo.
Yeah.
Slash.
Yeah.
There's another one at the end. People
Is there?
usually forget about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
On
Big
Instagram.
Deal. Big
Yeah.
deal.
Okay.
Remember.
And then the third thing is check us live in person sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to a show. What do you?
Yes.
Do you have a show coming up that you guys can
well-
promote?
No.
Okay.
There's
This-
one coming up, but it will already have happened
Yes.
by
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about in
Sorry.
December? Is there a December one?
No.
Or
Not
is there a
yet.
January one?
now. Not yet.
No.
Well, I will add it in if I edit this by the time that they book another one.
Yeah.
So
we will have shows in the future, though.
Absolutely.
Yes. And speaking of that, for now, you can have this little live performance thing that they're about to do just in a moment. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
for coming.
Connor.
Thanks, Connor.
This is
Great-
the end of the
great work.
podcast. I'm Connor Mink. This is Ultrabird Visuals, Ultrabird Studios. That's actually what it's called. We changed the name.
Oh, Connor, can I just say that
Yes.
I wore this tie because it's the only tie I have that has a bird on it.
It's beautiful.
I didn't think I had one, but I did have a bird.
You have a collection
It's like
of
a little. I think it's a
textures
toucan, I
and
don't know.
animals and birds
yeah
on your body right now.
Yeah,
And it's a wonderful thing.
yeah. Thank you.
I would agree.
It might be thrifted. I don't know.
It might be.
I don't know.
I forgot.
I don't know.
Ultrabird Studios. Good sounds. Listen to this shit. Bye. Hello, people of the internet. This is Good Sounds. Good Sounds. This is the Good Sounds with Real Movement. Let's go.
All I wanna know is if I read the constellations, will it tell me something I don't know about where we're gonna go? All I wanna know is if I read the constellations, will it tell me something I don't know about where we're gonna go? All of us have questions that we've been asking for so long. Maybe we're staring at the answers, but our focus is all wrong. mask and see the forest for the trees make me stim, and my brain goes for a swim, and we're taking it higher and higher than the stars up in the sky, taking it higher and higher, how I wanna fly, taking it higher and higher than the stars up in the sky, taking it higher and higher, I don't wanna die. Oh, now all of us have questions when we've been asking for so long. Maybe we're staring at the answers, but our focus is out wrong. You know. Oh, now, oh.
Good job, guys. What inspired that?
Oh, actually, I wrote that when in 2021 I moved back in with my parents for about 6 months, and this was back in Williamsville, New York, just like we were talking about on the podcast. And every night I'd go to the backyard and smoke weed, and I'd look up at the stars. You know, being in the city, you don't really see many stars, and I don't have a yard. But that was so I was going back there, and we had already finished all the songs for the album, writing wise, and it was just fun to work on a new song that didn't have to go on anything. I could just sit and like chill on it, and I'd look up at the stars, and so that kind of got me going about the constellations. Yeah. And I think we're all, searching for answers for questions we've been asking for so very, very long.
But maybe we're staring at the answer.
Maybe.
But the focus is all wrong. I love that. I love that line.
Good one. All right, here's another one from Real Movement on Good Sounds. Shout out to Pete for audio.
Thanks, Pete.
spams and bots. When I sneeze an avalanche of snot, you best believe Amazon's gonna make the hot spot. Come on, I like dogs and pretty pictures, bike hikes outdoors and light fixtures. The sheer drop of a heart makes me quiver, so I'll cut your rug out with some new pair of scissors on radar. Yeah, just blips on little screws. On radar, yeah, you creepy human beings. Go take your time, we're doing fine. Be careful who you trust. On radar, yeah, just blips on little screws. On radar, yeah, you creepy human beings. On radar, just blips on little screws. On radar, yeah, you creepy human
Hey, everyone. That was fun, right? Wasn't that a good one? Hey, Kevin.
Hey,
good
Connor.
job.
Thank you, Connor.
Give me a much shorter explanation for that one. What you just did.
Oh, on radar?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that was about my friend's dad got into drones. Oh, much shorter.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was
3 words or less.
It's about a suburban dad who's into drones.
Okay. That's good enough. I like it. Here's another one from Real Movement. Jake's going to talk now.
This is another one from Real Movement.
Oh, focus.
attention to the past. It was never my intention to leave so fast. Sometimes things don't work out how you plan. It takes time to process things and understand. To grow. If you stick to what's familiar, you never know it. Naturally, you're feeling lost when they're gone. It takes time to shift focus and move on. Yeah.
We only know how to go into Weezer. We don't know how to end that song.
I thought it'd be cool if we, in the future, just do like just like one bar of Weezer.
Yeah,
a measure.
not the whole song.
Tease the wheeze.
Yeah.
Tease a little wheeze tease. All right, that was a good one, Jake. Did you write that?
Yes.
How did you do that?
Well, I was on my way to an open mic night, and I heard the melody in my head, and I immediately turned around and went home to record it.
I just realized I had my mic on, or my hand on the mic, so I could control it whenever I wanted to. But I heard you. You open mic. You went home to record it.
And the lyrics are about letting go of someone who you should let go of.
Smart. Listen to him. I don't.
Hello, Dangerous Fucker.
All right, that was was that the third song?
Yeah.
That was the third song. This is the fourth song. Here you go. Here's another one.
What are we
It's
doing?
the last song. You sons of bitches. Have a good one. After this.
Unless we get a standing ovation.
Doubt it.
Okay, you guys ready? I thought I saw my name scrolling across the screen. I thought I saw my life when I was just 13, and it was full of fame, free from my self-esteem. And then I felt that dream, it was pulling me like gravity, gravity, yeah, yeah. And if you asked me then, what would I want to be? I'd probably want my flag to wave on every sea. But then I realized it's too much work for me. Instead I say they'd fall, and I blame it all on gravity, gravity, yeah, yeah. Gravity, gravity, yeah, yeah. Gravity, gravity, yeah, yeah. Unknown. Oh, no, no, no. How late it is when all the wrong words seem so right. No tomorrow, stop this sorrow. Bleeding eyes feel safe with guns, and hopefully I will savor this unparalleled. I know I'll go to hell. Well, I know juice is good in the morning. You don't have to bloody the pulpit just to warn me. You might have something to say. No, I didn't know you don't. Goddamn, you were wrong all along. And now this song is kinda dumb. It don't mean a little thing, but my brain feels better when I sing. When a little brain gets bigger, what feels small, 'cause you got no nothing, no not at all. The rain might fall upon your head. You know I got an umbrella, but I'm getting salmonella from this raw fish hot sauce from the sewer. Don't like Mother Nature, so I sue her. All these words got a vision in my brain. It don't mean anything, 'cause I started saying, oh, when my mind gets better, maybe I can take you to the movies, watch a little movie. Yeah, I won't freak out and I won't storm out. I won't be no hurt, shake it all about back in bed. I'm dead, I'm a little bit older, and I'm much older than I was when I thought that I would be like a superhero. That was at 18, and I thought it was true, but I didn't think of you.
Good shit. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks, Connor.
Don't explain that one. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much sums itself up.
Yeah, you can kind of listen to it again.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
Come to your own interpretation.
It is a song that falls as it plays. Gravity.
And it comes right back to itself.
Yep.
There's some weight to it.
Like the universe.
It's true.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, that's been Good Sounds. This is we want to go home. All right, goodbye.
Thank you.
Real movement. Thanks, guys.
This was sweet. This sounded so good.
I thought it was great.
What? Oh, did you guys say one more song?
Let's go.
good